From broke to boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
We all have different standards, right?
Yeah, that's
we
for
all have different levels of like how much we are willing to push. To me, if I have a semi truck that I do not trust to hit the West Coast and back, I don't need it.
Right, exactly.
It's over.
Yeah. Fix or park the truck. How do you know when it's time? It's got to be when you're experiencing the mechanical mayhem. And so what we mean by that is actually, man, you're just dumping tons of money into trying to salvage that truck, but you still don't even trust it to actually get a full week of work out of it.
Yeah, man, at some point, I think it gets to that position and you have a decision to make. And yeah, it sounds like maybe sometimes counterintuitive. You're used to this truck that maybe you don't have a payment on anymore or something like that.
Plus you're attached, man. That's been your baby for the last 6-7 years. So I get that part too, man.
Yeah, but now your baby became your grandpa.
So
just like in that song, you know, like I am my own grandpa or some shit like that. Have you heard that? Just like that. And now you have to make a decision.
All right. So what are some of the warning signs that people could look out for before they actually find themselves in this situation?
I think first of all, you have to be like very realistic where you're at with your equipment, with money. Can you trust that equipment to go in? Let's say, depends. We all have different standards, right?
Yeah, that's
we
for sure.
all have different levels of like how much we are willing to push. To me, if I have a semi truck that I do not trust to hit the West Coast and back, I don't need it.
Right, exactly.
It's over.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, when you have that truck, you know way ahead of time. You know when you start worrying about, am I going to make it? And if you're worrying about it and you do not have a clear, clean pathway to fix, something that, all right, my mechanic, he knows what's up, he has a plan, boom, done. Sometimes there are obviously going to be errors. Just like right now, I have a buddy that literally just dropped, I don't know, several $1,000s over. I guess it was a bad part that we replaced some part. And that part was the old part was leaking oil through the seal.
Okay.
The new part was bad part.
So
now we disassembled half of the truck. We checked all the electrical. It costed him like thousands of dollars in labor hours.
Wow.
And the good thing, this guy is actually always, collecting his stuff. He never throws anything away. And here we go. He brought that old part back. That was after we already reassembled everything.
Just changed the seal and it was good.
And just installed the old part. It was leaking the oil a little bit, but it went back to normal. So that. But again, that was quite a few thousands of dollars, and that was not very comfortable situation. I think he's approaching about 1 million miles. And again, this is one of the guys that I'm always giving an example about.
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy that he knows what's the right thing to do, but when it comes down to the time to do it,
mm-hmm.
people get complacent a little bit. And he's, again, like, we talked about it, like, okay, man, like, put your feelings aside. You need a better truck. What is your plan for the next 5 years? Driving. You need a new truck.
Yeah, because even something that's closer to home, we got a guy under our fleet, and it was kind of the similar situation, right? So the truck is paid, easy, but for the last 6 months, man, it's been giving him problems and fix that. And the 1,000 here, 2,000 there. These repairs are coming along with the downtime. That's the problem. So as money's going out, there's not a lot of money coming in, or not what he's used to. And then all of a sudden, 6 months of that game, that's a lot of money lost.
It is.
And then comes the inevitable decision: got to re-up on a truck, got to get something new. So like, identifying that the road is heading that way anyway, and making that decision sooner than later.
And actually, if he would make that decision sooner, he would save himself a little bit of money, because I'm pretty sure I'm not sure if that story is even over yet, but like by the time the story is going to be over, he's probably going to just lose this truck for nothing. At best case scenario, maybe even have a bill.
Yeah, because if it's going to go down, right, you want it in a controlled environment on your terms.
Yes.
But the best as possible, right?
Yes.
As
so
opposed
for the most part, even if a truck is an old truck, that's kind of okay. It still starts. You can still drive it a little bit. It's just not reliable. It's still going to be worth about $5,000 for parts. Now, that truck is sitting up north somewhere in the paid storage.
Collecting a monthly bill, weekly probably.
Without any means to be fixed. So that would be, if that decision was made a little sooner, he could have took it to his regular mechanic. Probably his regular mechanic would have bought this truck for about $5,000 for parts. Went to Lone Mountain or something, got him another truck, got a payment, yes, but now you're back in business.
Yeah, man, that's the part that you have to identify, like, that noise the truck is making, it's just a rattle, simple rattle, no big deal. And nope, it's not. It's going to eat up your profits going right out that door, man.
Here we go. That was like that noise, like trying to, what's the word, when the rodent freaking eats the hole in the wall. Like grazing or something. I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, English is not my first language.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.
But anyway, yeah, I think that is to everyone its own. I think you are better off making that decision sooner than later. I also seen some owner-operators, like another heartbreaking story almost, like the guy bought a truck. Within the first 2 months, the engine blew up. A month later, he got it all fixed. Like, that's a tough, problem to solve for a beginner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he runs like a champ for about 2-3 years. And then that truck gets sold. Because he bought it half-life. So now it started eating more and more and more resources. It became less and less and less reliable. And in the last year of his business, he spent probably around $50,000 just in repairs, plus very unpredictable schedule. A lot of loads canceled.
Yeah.
A lot of money lost due to the loads unable to be completed.
And that's where your real loss comes, man, because like that's the cash flow to your company is so limited that's the silent killer, I believe, because there's nothing coming in like it used to that enabled you to have those savings in the beginning. And stopping that bleeding is what we said, and that's the major portion of that is don't lie to yourself. Really take a look at it. I'm not saying that having a truck that's paid is a problem or having a million miler is a problem. It just depends on who took care of it and how it's actually performing. But if you don't trust that truck and you just don't want to get rid of it, and now you're an OTR guy, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, you know what? Let me go local just to get another year out of this truck because it won't get beat up as bad. I think that's when you should realize it's time to re-up on that truck.
Absolutely. I think you should. If you made it that far, I hope we're not talking about somebody's truck who just bought a first truck and he's a month in and he's already in that situation.
No. I'm talking about guys
for example, I know exactly who you're talking about. So that guy, he's been around the block. He knows what's up. I would trust his gut feeling of what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
And just a little miscalculation, felt in love a little bit too much with that, no payment somehow, a great thing. It's amazing, of course. However, at what point your inability to conduct business becomes more expensive than a stupid payment?
Yeah.
And now, everybody should make that decision. I say, unless you're a mechanic or, you have extensive mechanic experience, I never got in those situations. Never. I would run the truck until there is any meat left on it. When it starts falling apart, when it becomes unreliable, and again, unreliable, can I take a load to Seattle and back? If the answer is yes, we're still good. If the answer is no, it has to go.
There you go.
So I think if you stick to that plan, or maybe count on your luck a little bit more, and you're good.
There you go, guys. So make that proper decision in order to keep your business open and keep that cash flow coming in.
Absolutely. Stay in business. That's what matters.
There you go. So drive safe and be safe, my people.
Take care.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.